The third problem in this classwork tells us an online article estimates that 70% of college students that live out of state travel home for Thanksgiving. Natasha thinks this number is too low and wants to test whether more than 70% of students who live out of state travel for Thanksgiving. She asked 87 students living out of state and finds that 64 of them traveled for Thanksgiving. Conduct a test of hypothesis to see if more than 70% of college students who live out of state travel for Thanksgiving. Use 95% confidence. First thing, as always, we need to set up a null alternative. Our alternative, what we want to prove, is that more than 70% travel. That means the P population value of the proportion would have to be greater than 0.70. That makes our null that the P is equal to 0.70. Now that we have our null alternative, let's pull out some key information. 87 students were asked, that's our N sample size. 64 of them said they did travel, that's our X. We can calculate then our sample proportion P hat by doing 64 over 87. When I put that into my calculator, 64 divided by 87 gives me 0.7356. I'm going to call that 0.74. Last thing that I need to pull out is my level of confidence. Here they say C equals 95% or 0.95. I'm going to use that to calculate alpha by doing 1 minus 0.95 equals 0.05. Now that I have everything I need, I can start setting up my z-score. My z-score equals the sample value for the proportion, or my p-hat of 0.74, minus the hypothesized value, 0.70, over the root of hypothesized value 0.70 times 1 minus the hypothesized value 0.70 over N87. So I put this all in my calculator, parentheses 0.74 minus 0.70, and parentheses divided by new parentheses root of parentheses 0.70 and parentheses new parentheses 1 minus 0.70 and parentheses divided by 87 and parentheses. When I put all that in, I get 0.814, which is just going to round to 0.81. So my test statistic is 0.81. I'm going to go to my positive side of my table, 0.8 over to 1, and get a p-value where p equals 0.7910. I've already done, sorry, let me just make that clear, 0.7910. I've already done step 1, state my null alternative. I've done step 2, I calculated my test statistic as z equals 0.81. So I'm on step 3, finding the test probability. This 0.7910 is the table value. If it had been a less than test, it would be the test probability. Because my alternative says greater than, it means I need to take 1 minus this table value, 0.7910. That's going to give me 0.2090. Now that I have that test probability, I need to compare it to alpha. 0.2090 is my test prob. Alpha is 0.05. In this case, my test probability is greater than alpha. When your test probability is larger, you fail to reject.